Hello, everyone. My name is Miklo Lekonda. I am the host of the Red Sneakers Media podcast and the founder of Red Sneakers Media Works. Today we have Zara Effen. She is an abundance business coach, and I'm so happy to have her here. And before I introduce you to her, a little bit about the podcast. The podcast purpose is to introduce to you people who do make a difference in life and business. As far as I'm concerned, I'm the founder of Red Sneakers Media Works, a video marketing company who helps clients get more visibility. So now on to our guest, Zara. Zara, welcome. How are you?
Hi, Meg. How are you?
I'm
So
great.
good to be talking to you.
Yes, same here. There are a lot of business coaches out there. Uh, what is it that makes you different and unique?
Um, for me, my purpose is in helping women, and I care about women and children. I have two children of my own, and my passion is in helping women create abundance so that they can create better families and communities. I believe that if women are supported, they can collectively make a difference and do great work to serve the planet as a whole, including inspiring men to do great work.
Wow. Obviously, it's very inspiring. And now, how did you get started in this? What drove you to get started?
I was looking for a way to create abundance in my own life without having to work very hard. I wanted a great lifestyle. I wanted to make a difference. And that's what brought me into teaching and first studying the principle of abundance. I remember once I was going through the internet and I found a story of this woman in a third world country who had been given a micro loan to buy a cow. She bought a cow and she started selling milk to the people in the village. And she had enough money to save up to buy another cow. And then she sold some more milk and she bought another cow. Pretty soon she had a herd. And that was very inspiring for me to see that this woman who doesn't have any education and by just obtaining this small loan, she was able to pay back the loan. She was able to have a herd. And I thought the only way we can make a difference, we living in the West, having so many opportunities, is by living our own dreams, creating our own abundance. We can bring up the vibration of the whole planet by making a difference in the life of our families, communities, and then the planet as a whole. And that's what my mission is. I feel that every child's destiny is connected to every woman, and it's not just women who have their own children. Women, we are mother of the earth, and we are making a difference the way we are showing up every day. By being happy, we are contributing to the happiness of the whole planet, and that's why I contribute to the lives of women, because every happy woman contributes to the planet.
That's very true. Speaking of the Western world, this idea of the woman being able to do it all now and having to be a superwoman. What do you think of this idea of superwoman?
I don't think there is anything such things called as a superwoman, because I think that this is a trap that we have bought into, because it's actually originated from lack. You know, there is a lack. There's a voice that tells us we're not enough. We're not good enough. We're not smart enough. We're not cool enough. We are not. And then to compensate for that lack, we push ourselves. And then media does a pretty good job of, oh, you're not young enough. You're not cool enough. You're not this enough. And we buy into that trap, and that pushes us to compensate that lack, to become superwoman, and that's very, very tiring. And when we come from a place of abundance and we come from already being enough as we are, then we don't need to push ourselves. And I think a superwoman is just a misconception. I think the real woman is who creates a super support, a super first class support. That's the woman who is a superwoman. She creates a community, because when you are trying to create support, you face so many of your fears. You ask for help, you become vulnerable, you collaborate, connect with other people, and in the process, you become somebody different. You actually become super warm, super caring, you create a super community, and that's, to me, that is a superwoman. There's no such thing as superwoman living alone, doing everything on her own. That's just very tiring, very, very tiring.
Hmm. Yeah, I can see that. So if we have to speak about you, I mean, how do you balance it? You have a successful business. I've seen your family. They're great. You have great kids. Um, how do you balance it all?
I never ever go to the next level of success unless I create the next level of support. It's always been the case in my life that as soon as I'd make a decision that I'm ready for next level of success, I will create support. And there were times in my life when I had to compromise on my independence temporarily for the good of my family, because there was time for my husband. He was going through some changes in his business and he needed support, and I backed off so that he could go ahead. And there was no doubt in my mind that I I supported him because I knew that for me, I needed family first, and I knew that everything would flow from that. And to me, it did not feel like a compromise. For me, that felt like a personal balance, because I was looking at a bigger picture. And I think generally, for every woman, we have to see in our own situation what we need to do in our own particular situation. But I always create support. And there are times when I had let go of my independence because I didn't feel a need to fight for independence, because if I'm need to fight for independence, then I'm not really free because I'm still fighting. So fighting for independence never felt like a freedom to me, but surrendering to what is in front of me is more of a freedom. Surrendering to the task in front of me, surrendering to what is good for me, for my family, for my community, is more felt more like myself to me. And there were times when I had to fight, because you have to fight. So I would say that it's always, you want to make sure that you go towards your inner journey and you're not always on a reflex just fighting because that has become your way of being, because you think you're a freedom fighter. Because sometimes I think surrender and letting go and releasing control and looking at what is more important in life is important than just always fighting. And for me, I've always created a next level of support. That's how I've managed. My husband is very supportive of what I do, and I have great community around me that supports me. I've got a lot of help. We both are entrepreneurs. We work around our children's schedule. Our family always comes first.
Hmm.
So that makes it very easier for me to create success without getting stressed. So I would say that every woman deserves to have the kind of support I have while they're creating success, because it's very difficult to create success without having support. For my work, I have my assistant, I have my editor, I have my web people. So I don't actually do a lot of things in my business. Everything is delegated to my team. And that's the only way I'm able to spend time with my kids and
Yes.
enjoy a great lifestyle.
Oh wow. No, well, thank you. I think you're sharing some gems here that people can definitely take advantage of and utilize. So, and just listening to you, I'm thinking we could talk for so long about all those topics. Independence, particularly. But what what are some of what are your typical clients if you have them?
Well, my clients are women who just are looking to create success with ease. These are the women who don't want to work really hard. They want to eliminate overwhelm. They want to work 20 hours or less. And I had a client send me an email the other day, and she said that she had reached her business goal that we set up by mid-month, that she was supposed to have accomplished by the end of the month. So that's very fulfilling for me when I hear stories from my clients that they've achieved their goals sooner than we'd expected them to achieve. My clients are women who have cut their working time. I had a woman, she started her business thinking that she'll spend more time with her family, but she was working 6 days a week. So she cut her working time by just delegating and, giving things to other people to do, creating help, support. She cut her working time in half and she was able to double her income. I have other clients who are able to hire a team, create more support. So these are women who want to eliminate overwhelm. They want to create success working 20 hours or less and want to create a great lifestyle and want to enjoy every experience to the fullest,
Yes, yes.
want to engage with life.
Well, that's a very good point. With all the support that you're offering women, do you have anything coming up that people should be on the lookout for?
I have an event coming up, a virtual event on June 13th. It's on my website. It's going to help the women eliminate lack and create money in their life by letting go. And they can sign up by going to my website at zaraifan.com/teleclass.php. And I'll be happy to give them a few tips on how to let go to attract more. Because
Okay.
for me, it's always about letting go. I remember that one of the things I attracted in my life was my very first TV interview, Effortlessly. And it was a silent, inspired decision that I made that I wanted to be on TV. And I remember that since then, there have been lots of offer to speak on radios and write for magazine and be on tele classes. But I remember when I made the decision, there were internal fears that I needed to let go of first before I was able to attract that. So I've always believed success is not as much about adding on, it's more about letting go. So every time you make a decision to increase your income or every time you make a decision to add a new client, you need to let go, and then one step builds up on the next one, and you let go internally. You face your dark side and you start to attract the success internally,
Okay.
externally.
All right. So you mentioned tips earlier. So let's see. For those women out there who feel drained and want to have it all, what are maybe 3 tips that you can give them to better their situation?
I would say, what do you need to let go of in your life that's not adding on to the quality of your life? What is the dark side, the fears that you need to face? For example, do you need to face, are you comparing yourself with somebody, or are you feeling insecure or not good enough about something? What is it that's not serving you that you need to let go of so that you get invited to the next level of success? You let go of that and then you create next level of support.
Okay. Well, I'm sure someone is definitely going to utilize that and benefit from what you just said. So, with this being said, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much for your time, Zara. I was very much looking forward to our conversation. And for those who tuned in, I just want to say thank you for coming and seeing Zara. And you can get more information from her website at www.zarafn.com. Thank you very much, and we'll see you at the next one.